Every year, Universal Studios puts on their Halloween Horror Nights event, and it is truly spooktacular. Oh, I just hate that word. Running for 36 nights between September and November, the 28th installment of this legitimately scary attraction is better than ever. For the numbers fans out there, there's 10 new houses, 5 scare zones, and 1 brand new show. So there's a lot to see, and you're going to want to do all of it. But unless you have the aptly named Frequent Fear Pass, book the RIP tour, or are directly related to Sir Universal of Studio Shire, you're probably not going to be able to fit it all in. So, here are our favourite bits from the Spooktacular event. It says Spooktacular again. The craftsmanship and dedication that goes into making each maze is absolutely ridiculous, with a team of Universal staff working solely on the Horror Nights project up to 14 months in advance, making sure all of the details around the whole park are just right. But, like me on a night out, it's not the looks of the houses that gets the most attention, it's their dance moves, their psychology, sorry. Toying with visitors' minds is a huge part of making each house scary. Whether that be tilting the floor ever so slightly to make you feel just off balance, or borrowing techniques from magicians to hide a scare actor until the perfect moment. By the way, a scare actor is just like a normal actor, except they're dressed like monsters and are actually getting paid. This year, the team went big, getting permission from Netflix to pretty much recreate the whole first series of Stranger Things IRL, even using lookalike actors to convince you you're entering the Upside Down. Eleven and the boys make appearances throughout. You can watch Joyce try and defend herself from her seemingly possessed house, and you can navigate your way through Demogorgons that try and eat your face off. In 1982, a PG horror movie hit the silver screen in the form of Poltergeist. That's 35 years ago, for the number fans. You know it's going to be spooky from the get-go. No family movie has ever started with a little girl waking up in the middle of the night and chatting with a static TV. If you're feeling brave enough, you too can step into the light and walk through the very home that tormented the Freeling family, complete with chilling winds, possessed clowns, and of course, poltergeists. The further you walk through the house, the more intense the scares get. But as an extra treat for the fans, it actually starts at the end of the story and ends at the start. As well as gaining the rights to hugely popular franchises, the horror-obsessed team also conjure up their own houses and mazes around ideas they think their visitors would love to experience. One of these twisted creations is Dead Exposure Patient Zero, where you walk through a zombie-infested Paris in complete darkness with only strobe lighting illuminating your path. You only see what they want you to see, which is painted in UV, so the infected quite literally come out of nowhere. This one was probably the most unsettling maze of the night, and we loved it. Not every idea is strong enough to get its own house, which is where Slaughterhouse Cinema comes in. A mashup of the ideas left on the cutting room floor presented in the style of a 1950s drive-in cinema. This one really, really works, and it's fun to transition through all the B-movies we'll fortunately never get to see. Any hardcore fans of Universal's Horror Nights will be familiar with Bill and Ted's excellent adventure stage show. A fast-paced, satirical look at the current state of pop culture and politics that hasn't always had the best feedback from its guests. So, it was time for a change. Welcome to the Academy of Villains. It's a dance show like nothing you've ever seen before, combining acrobatics, theatrics, tech, audience interaction, and lots of pyros, all wrapped up in a cyberpunk future where cyborgs are trying to take over the whole world. Let me tell you, it feels pretty immersive. And that's before the stage extends into the audience and performers start breakdancing 2 feet away from your face. These guys are seriously talented, and given that they perform this 30-minute spectacle 5 times a night, it is an incredible feat. Speaking of incredible feat, you'll need some for some of the walkthroughs. Bear with me. Throughout the park are various scare zones, featuring classic horror tropes like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the first film that got show director Charles Gray into horror films, Vamp 85, a New Year's party with teenage vampires, or The Revenge of Chucky, a chance to get ripped to bits by your favourite childhood nightmare. It's also a nice way to take a break from the mazes, and a great opportunity to get a selfie with a giant pumpkin. Why not? The amount of time and effort that goes into this event is truly extraordinary, and it's what makes it the world's premier Halloween event. With new houses and scare zones every single year, it's becoming something of a pilgrimage for fans across the globe. If this sounds like something you'd like to be a part of, it's a shame there's not a Horror Night wiki you could check out to learn everything you need to know. Oh, wait a second, there is. It's ours, and you can check it out right here. And while you're at it, here's an Amazon link for fresh underwear. Trust me, you'll need it when things get spooktacular.